Alright, quick update on Move. So, Move is moving. We're up 15, almost 16% as of the time of recording this. Now, in our last video, this is pretty much what we talked about. We talked about the fact that your Federal Reserve meeting is today. So, we've been kind of sitting on the sidelines for a lot of these altcoin trades. We've been very, very picky on our setups on what we have been wanting to trade. The Federal Reserve meeting is going to be wrapped up in the next hour and a half. I do imagine we'll have the data out in the next couple of hours or so. So if the market does return with confidence, which is what I've been talking about, I've literally been saying this for, you know, the past week or so. I've been saying, you know, Bitcoin lost its confidence when we were going into the week of this Federal Reserve meeting, and coming into the Fed meeting, it really seems like the confidence has returned. I literally talked about exactly this. Chop into the Fed meeting and then a rally, and it seems like we're doing that. We're rallying into the Fed meeting. Bitcoin is moving up. This is allowing Move to come back. We're seeing a lot of the Move to earns go on very, very nice rallies today. FitFi has been on a huge rampage as well, so very nice stuff. If we look at what's going on Move, starting off with the daily time frame, it did seem like we were temporarily losing a tiny bit of momentum, but I do think this momentum is about to shift back to the upside. In my opinion, this would definitely shift if we start closing daily candles specifically above your daily EMAs. Now, so far, the EMAs have been, the daily EMAs, that being, has been absolutely perfect to define what's been going on Move. You can see your short-term moving average loaded in here. Literally, as soon as it loaded in, it was resistance. We broke down, got rejected, 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 broke down, rejected. We didn't have a breakdown, we flipped it. So what happened literally as soon as we flipped the daily EMAs? Huge rally. We came back down, back tested it as support. What happened after a couple of days of back test? Huge rally. Came down, tested it as support. What happened after a few days of chilling in here? Well, actually, we were here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and on the 5th day today, obviously I don't want to get too euphoric, I don't want to get too excited until the Fed meeting's done. I'm not saying FOMO in right now. I just do like how we're seeing this flip temporarily on the daily EMAs on DOT. So if we mark this as a general line of where the moving average is coming, and I'll draw it as green so you know that that's what I'm talking about. Let me get back, there we go, purple. So now we'll go over to the 4-hourly time frame, and before we do this, I actually want to go onto the 4-hourly time frame on our oscillators chart, and I want to show what we've previously done. So you can see from the low on the money flow indicator, and pretty much the RSI as well. So looking at oscillators, I'll start off on the money flow. You can see we bottomed. Once we topped, we came all the way up to the top of this channel. We came down, we bottomed. It took us a little bit of time. We actually kind of had a few dead cat bounces up there. But as you can see, we had our absolute bottom down here as we came into the bottom of the channel. What happened after that? We went all the way over to extended, corrected, extended, and we were at the top of the channel right here before we topped out. As you can see, we've done the same thing again. We've moved down. We've had this big shift to the downside. And now we've only just bottomed at 9.59 for the money flow indicator, and the RSI came all the way down to 32. So these were very oversold, and now they are starting to move up. So I do think something like this is going to happen, where we're going to have another big push up for Move. We're going to have a macro correction, or somewhat macro correction. I mean, obviously this is a 4-hourly time frame, so this is not obviously anything macro, but I say macro because on most of the charts that we've got, we have not been trading for the longest period of time. So in the scope, under the eyes of what is macro in Dotmoov, this would kind of be like a macro move before we do have that switch back up to the top of the channel. And I'm personally targeting the top of the channel. I talked about this in my last couple of videos. This would still be almost a 2x, a 91% move up to the top here. So I'm personally not in Dotmoov myself. Just to be transparent, I am in a few other move to earns. If you do check out my channel, you will see that I do talk about GST. I was in GMT, but I sold it as we broke bearish, and I'm also in FitFi and Yeti coin. So I've already got a plethora of move to earns. This does also look nice. Oh, I'm also in DFIT as well. So like I said, I'm already in a plethora of cryptos, so I'd be looking for something like this to play out before I do kind of hop in, because like I said, I'm being really picky with what trades I take, as I do think it is very, very wise to go about this with caution coming into the Fed meeting. So on the 4-hourly time frame, we're coming right in to your 4-hourly EMAs. Let me keep that drawing there because I do think something like this is going to play out over the next week or so. We are coming into the 4-hourly EMAs. So like I said, you know, we're still technically, well, I mean, depending on which way you want to draw it, from the up to the down, you can still see that there's probably a linear line to define what is going on in the market right now. Depending on where you want to draw it, I mean, line of best fit, I guess you would draw it something like this. But you can see, I mean, we're really not out of the blue at this moment in time. I do personally think we found the bottom and we're going to move up to the top of the channel. I think we are getting ready to flip these 4-hourly EMAs. Now, keep an eye on the approximate target of basically 47.5 cents. So let's call it 48 cents. You really want to see a rally above 48 cents if you want to see the continuation coming in for Dotmoov. And like I said, I don't necessarily think we'll go right up to the top of this channel and just come straight back down. I do think the more likely situation is to have a bounce, come down, and then rally out of here, because normally what I notice coming into these Fed meetings is the price, say this is your Fed meeting, the price dumps into the Fed meeting, it rallies after the Fed meeting for like 1 day, and then it dumps, it normally makes a lower high. It literally normally wipes out like 90% of the gains that you made during the Fed meeting run, and then it comes back down, back tests, and then goes off to higher price targets most of the time. So I'd be looking for something like that for Dotmoov. Like I said, I do think we are moving up to 88 cents, the top of this channel either way. I would be looking to enter a trade on this, but I'd be looking to break out and back test first. Like I said, I'm already in a plethora of move to earn cryptos. I am taking advantage of this next bubble that we are seeing in the market with all this mania around these move to earns. But as I'm already in a lot of these move to earns, I'm being very, very picky about the setups that I do take on this. And as of now, we have not got a confirmed breakout. So I do like what we see. I'd be looking for a push up, a retest, and that's personally where I'd be looking to get in. Let me know what you plan on doing. 4-hourly time frame, once again, we'd really want to see a push above 48 cents. If we do see that, you've also got the kind of 50-52 cent region to battle with before you do get out of this very, very steep line of attack to the downside on the daily time frame. But it's actually, yeah, we were defining it on the 4-hourly time frame because the peaks are a little bit different depending on where you draw it from. So that is all I've got for Move. Like I said, Move is starting to move. I do like what we're seeing today. Let me know if you're in Move. That's all I've got for you today. As always, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market. And as always, cowboy out. Peace.